Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Laura, and welcome to our channel, Seniors Loving Life.
Today's episode, we're going to talk about the single one greatest gift, most versatile, most valuable, that you can actually give to anyone and they will love it.
It's an Apple Airtag, and today we're going to talk to you about the many uses that you can use them for.
Now, the Apple Airtag can only be used with an Apple iPhone, but it's okay if you don't have one. I don't use an Apple iPhone. There is another product similar to the Airtag, which is called a Tile.
But today we're talking about the Apple Airtags. If you see anything during this video that you want more information about, we've added some links at the end. So I'd like to show you first of all what these Airtags look like. I ordered 4 of them that came in a box. This is what the Airtag looks like. It's a silver cover on a solid back, and in between the cover and the back is your lithium battery. I bought a whole bunch of them thinking I would need them, and eventually I will, but then I learned that you only really need to replace your batteries maybe once a year. I also have the covers that I got. I got 4 different colors of tag holders because I wanted to name each one of my Airtags, and this is what I named it. One's for my car, golf cart, luggage, and purse. And I know which color goes with which one.
Alrighty then, Laura. What is your single favorite use of the Apple Airtag?
Oh, I can't wait to put it in my checked luggage when we travel. That way you can track your luggage and be sure that it actually made it onto the airplane. And conversely, once you land, you can also track your luggage and make sure it is coming off the airplane, and you can track it to the carousel.
Now, I know a lot of you probably own pets. I certainly have, and I've loved all my pets, but even more, I was worried when they ran off. So some of you probably have your pets microchipped, and that's okay. But if you have an Apple AirTag on a collar with your cat or your dog, you'll instantly know where it is. They make several very nice collars that you can buy specifically for the Apple AirTag, or you can buy a little carrier to go on your favorite pet's collar. The point being, you'll know where your escaped cat or dog is as soon as you start tracking them.
My second favorite use of the Apple AirTag is putting it in my car. Sometimes I get busy, I get distracted, and I can't locate my car when I want to go back. But with the Apple AirTag in there, I can just open my phone, look at the app, and trace myself back to my car. It even gives me a map.
Another convenient use for AirTags is if you have an outdoor hobby with some expensive equipment. Photography would come under that line. Also, if you use your tools outside and they're expensive, you can put an Apple AirTag in your satchel or tool case or tool chest or whatever, and you'll know if it walks off.
Another good reason for having AirTags, as my daughter told me, my granddaughters like to go to their friends, and she's always worried they're riding their bike or walking. She wants to be sure they're safe. So she gives them a wristband, puts the AirTag on, and monitors when they finally arrive at their friends, whether it's walking or bike. And then she can also see, when it's about time for them to come home, she can also see if they're on their way.
Now, besides the wristband, you can also get some sporty lanyards for your child, which you can take to the beach because some of the cases are waterproof. You can get, besides the bracelet and the lanyard, you can get a necklace or something to pin on their jeans. But the whole point is you'll know where your child is.
I often like to go to sporting events and venues, concerts, where there are a lot of people. And sometimes if you have to get up during the concert, you might forget exactly where the location is of your seat. So it's nice to give your friend, one of your friends, one of your AirTags, and you can always find your way back to the seat by using your app.
Do you ride an expensive bicycle or scooter? Maybe park it somewhere that's unattended? Well, if you hang the AirTag from the scooter or bicycle, a thief is going to see it and rip it off. But they have nifty ways that you can hide that AirTag on your bicycle. One way is the rear lens. You can just unscrew it and pop the AirTag in. Another way is on the frame. Say you've got a water bottle carrier. There's a way to hide it with that. And the neatest thing I saw was a bell that you can put onto your handlebars. So what that means is if your bicycle or scooter disappears, you can find out where it is.
One of our friends was traveling abroad, and she was out exploring, having fun, going in little shops, and she got turned around, and she said she panicked because she was lost. And I thought to myself, oh, wouldn't it be a good idea to put one of your AirTags just in your hotel room and leave it there while you're out exploring, and that way you can always find your way back home.
So maybe you have a child or grandchild that's always losing their favorite toy. Well, good news is you can hide an AirTag inside the toy, but keep in mind the AirTag can be a choking hazard, so if you hide it in the toy, make sure the kid can't get to it.
Another way that I like to use my AirTags is to put one in my purse. Sometimes I don't store my purse in the same place in my house, and I can always find it with the app. Also, if you're out and about for the day and you forget it someplace, you can always locate it. Or, heaven forbid, it gets stolen.
Some of my friends fly drones. It's a fun hobby, but every once in a while their drone doesn't come back. A gust of wind, maybe they hit a tree, who knows. But if there's an AirTag on that drone, they can go find it.
You can also find hidden things that you have in your house. Sometimes people like to stash away some money or
Jewelry. I would stash jewelry if I had any.
Or coins, coin collection. And an AirTag is a good way to put in there with the valuables that you can track.
So I keep hearing about people sending packages to a friend or relative and it doesn't get there. We're not going to get into why that might happen, but if you put an AirTag in that package and your cousin or uncle or loved one doesn't get it, you can find out where it is.
If you're like me, you probably know people that suffer from Alzheimer's or some form of dementia. They don't recognize their surroundings and they wander off. If we put an AirTag on their wrist with a band or a lanyard around their neck, you always can track them and lead them back to safety.
Let's say you know someone that's seriously allergic to something. Say both of you are in the backyard and a bee stings them and maybe they forgot their EpiPen in their pocket. So if there is an AirTag with their supply of EpiPens, you can go get it fast. That works for emergency meds too.
I also like to keep one of the AirTags in my golf cart. That not only for my safety, but also so I can locate it in case it gets lost.
And do you keep your golf bag in your golf cart?
Yes, I do, and that's another good place for an AirTag.
This idea is for the visually impaired. Apple phones have a way that they can audibly talk to you or someone and give directions. So for instance, someone who was visually impaired, the Apple phone, once it knew where the AirTag was, could say, AirTag to the left 7 feet.
And if you're into camping or going RVing and you go to a campground that you're not familiar with, sometimes things begin to look the same. So just leave one of your AirTags inside your vehicle or the tent and you can always find your way back.
So maybe your next trip is to some country where kidnapping is very common. I hope it's not. But if it's so, just put an AirTag in your pocket. Lastly, if you like hanging around the water, an AirTag is good to have for, say, your wallet or a backpack if it might fall out of the canoe. Now, the AirTag is waterproof to around 3 feet underwater, and it is also good underwater for about 30 minutes. However, if you're more concerned about your equipment or personal belongings being in the water too long, you can actually purchase Airtag cases that are totally waterproof, which is an interesting thing.
So now you see why Mark and I think AirTags should be the best gift ever.
And if you saw something you liked in our episode, we've included links to lots of different places in the description.
Thank you for watching this episode of Seniors Loving Life. If you've enjoyed this episode, please boop the button down at the bottom and have a nice day. Bye. Whoop whoop.